Hi, everybody. This is Gwen here today, and I have my student, Mikayla, and we're going to be discussing how Mikayla went from a beginner singer to confidently singing in 8 months. So, Mikayla, could you just briefly introduce yourself and describe your musical experience prior to our lessons together?
Yeah, my name is Mikayla, and I have been playing piano and violin for almost my whole life. I started piano when I was 4, and then I started violin when I was around 8, and I'm almost 19 now. So I've had a lot of experience playing instruments, but I never took voice lessons. I always wanted to. And when I came to college, I figured, like, why don't I start taking voice lessons? Because I didn't have time to practice piano or play violin. So I thought, well, like, might as well start taking lessons with Gwen.
Yes, that's so fabulous. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love that. Uh, so what made you decide to start singing lessons besides that the time constraint?
Mhm. So actually, I've always wanted to take singing lessons. I've always wanted to sing. Um, it it became, I guess, a like something that I really, really wanted to do when I started getting involved in theater, because I started doing that in high school. And I was surrounded by people who had had training in singing. And even like one of my best friends, she's gonna major in musical theater. And like I saw all these people who were really, really talented singers. And I never had that experience. And so when I finally got the opportunity to take lessons, I was really excited because it was something that I had never done before.
Oh, that's so wonderful that you have friends who kind of inspired you to want to take lessons and do that. And I think singing is such a great way to access different parts of our voices that we didn't know or realize
Mhm.
about,
Definitely.
especially musical theater, especially musical theater. Um, so what were some of your goals that you had when you started singing?
When I started singing with you, I guess some of my goals were that I obviously wanted to be able to sing confidently, um, that I wanted to feel okay singing in my voice. Um, in the past, my problem with singing has been that, like, when I sing, I don't feel like I sound good. And it's just all been in my head. So I really wanted to break that barrier and feel like I'm singing, and I'm singing in my range, and I'm singing correctly. And um I feel like with those goals I have come a long way since where I was.
I absolutely agree with that statement. You have come a long way. And you're not the only one who has those barriers, for sure. Um, I myself have had those barriers. Um, and once we break them down and realize that's just all in my head, then we can really access our full potential.
Right.
Okay. What were some of your frustrations in trying to achieve those singing goals?
Definitely believing in myself. Yeah. Um, and I think a lot of people deal with that. I mean, musicians in general, because I mean, I've been involved in music since I was out of the womb, basically. So I have always dealt with the frustration of believing in myself and feeling like I'm okay. I sound okay. Um, and like that was the biggest one. But I will say that when I finally got to the point where I could listen to myself and I could feel like, oh my gosh, I'm making progress. I sound good. I feel good when I sing. It was like those frustrations were just thrown to the wayside because I was like, I'm so confident, you know?
Oh, I love that so much. What were some of those things that we worked on together that helped you get past those frustrations?
Um, Let me think. We we yodeled. Um,
That was a big thing
so
we did.
I mean, as you know, I dealt with a lot of um sickness while we were in lessons together. I had one infection or another for a couple months on end, so it was difficult to sing. So we had to do a lot to clear out the gunk that was in my lungs. Um, I had some problems with my throat. But I mean, you helped me through all of that.
Mhm. Well, because I mean, a lot of times it's a lot of singers have to deal with allergies, with sickness, illness. So I think it's important to have those tools, especially even if you're not going to do this professionally. I think it's something that you need to have in order to work through that. And even if you don't sing, I still think it's a good tool to have for any like speaking things that you're going to do.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
those tools really help anybody, not just singers, but everyday general people as well.
I also think that the warm-ups that we did, like those helped me immensely. I mean, I use those when I sing on my own. Whenever I'm in a singing mood, I just go back and I do the warm-ups, and those help me to open up everything back here. Um, and especially with the knowledge that I have now with about what singing is supposed to feel um like I just know so much more about my body and how to prepare my voice to sing.
That's wonderful. So, what areas of your singing have improved and by how much? Like, did your higher range improve? Did your,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my higher range did improve, and you helped me with that. Um and that was something that I didn't know that I could do until I met you, because I had always felt like I have a generally low register, so I can't sing high. But obviously with practice I was able to improve that. um my vibrato has gotten a lot better too. I
That is
actually
from
know
that
how
air
to.
pressure.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yes. Why do you think those areas improved?
Practice, lots of practice. um it feels like muscle memory to me, to be honest,
Absolutely.
because like how I was saying, I mean, I like with the knowledge that I have now, I know how it feels to sing properly when everything is open in the back, um and just projecting forward. That's why.
Mhm. That's fabulous. Now, would you recommend others to work with me?
Yeah. Yes.
Yay. Who do you think would be a good fit for this studio?
um Anyone, honestly. I know that you also teach a lot of younger kids in addition to me. Um, and to be honest, the expectation that I had going into this was like, oh, she teaches little kids. Like, I'm afraid that I'm not gonna get as much out of it, but I got more than I would have ever expected out of taking lessons with you, because I never thought I could reach the point where I am now. And it was all with your help. So anyone who wants to learn how to sing um classically, obviously, or is interested in singing musical theater and singing pop, yeah.
Mhm. Thank you so much. Yes, I have mainly worked with kids, but I really do truly enjoy working with adults as well.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, Michaela, it was great to hear about your progress so far. Thanks again for sharing with everyone, and I will see you soon.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. Bye.
Bye bye.